Well, good Friday morning and welcome into the Real Monica Adams Show. I said these exact words 1 year ago today. Can you believe it? We are celebrating our 1 year anniversary from where the dream began. And this is exactly how it looked. I came to you live from my home and we did that for a couple of months. And as this audience grew and as I saw the vision for bringing the community together for a greater purpose, we just kept going and going and going. We launched our studios in May. We started to do this beautiful transformation and renovation, and our first guests were June 12th in that studio. What we're going to do is take a walk back. We're going to look at some of the most profound moments that I feel we were doing in the very beginning week of this show and how it's grown. For all of you that have been with us from the very beginning, I just cannot say enough from my heart. Thank you. And then thank you really for sharing the word and liking and following the live stream on YouTube, liking and following my Facebook page. And then we grew to putting it on my business and my personal page. We then grew to X and we grew to Instagram. We're going to be putting us on Rumble and Twitch and you name it. We're just continuing to grow the platforms. What I want you to do is go back with me. If you've been here from the beginning, let me know the greatest growth that you think that you've seen. As well, I want you to tell me what you've learned the most, what inspiration you've gotten from us, the biggest growth that we've had. And what I want to do is show you how it began. It was really just you and me together, and we were spreading the word of positivity. I was taking notes of all the things you wanted us to cover, and we just grew from there. I want you to let me know what you would like to see more of, okay? One of the things we did not have a year ago was my friend and aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore. So he is starting with us in the What the Weather segment. First of all, good morning to you.
Good morning. Happy start of March.
Oh, thank you. Exactly. We are kicking things off. And the funny thing is, a lot of people think of March and think, oh, great, warmer weather, spring's right around the corner. But some people, I was talking to Beckett this morning and asking him if he had any snow at his house. I saw some people wiping snow off their cars this morning.
Yeah, that was
What a
crazy.
way to bring in March.
Yeah.
No snow here, but the roads are wet. I can see that there was at least some rain. So, what did we see overnight, Beckett?
Overnight, we saw a small area of precipitation, mostly wintry mix. Some areas only got rain, but most people got maybe a little bit sleet, maybe a little snow, especially to the south of St. Louis. I think that's where they got maybe a dusting of snow. So that's probably where those videos were coming out of, as that small area of snow moved across the area. But temperatures were pretty warm.
Yeah, the ground temperature obviously wouldn't allow it to create a problem, but wet roads still can cause an issue for morning commute sometimes. So as you're heading out for your final day of the work week, just be aware of what happened. So now let's look at that. The bus stop forecast for today with Beckett is what?
35 degrees here in the morning with overcast skies, and then to the afternoon, 50 degrees. Again, overcast, not going to be a lot of sun today.
Okay, one of the things I want to talk Beckett with, to talk to Beckett about before we get into the forecast heading into the weekend and into next week, you were mentioning to me last night that you were involved in getting ready for a play. I remember being back in grade school, junior high, going into high school. One of my absolute favorite things to do was musicals, and I think that's where my love for the art was. So tell us a little bit about that. Did you say it's Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, so it's the Wizard of Oz, and I'm doing the spotlight. So whenever someone's singing or as a solo, I'm putting the light on them.
And that's a huge thing because I have gone to the Muni, I've gone to the Fox and stages and the Symphony. And when that is wrong, suddenly everybody in the audience knows, and you're like, uh oh, somebody forgot
Yeah,
to put the light on them.
exactly.
Are you a big fan of plays?
I'm not really into it, but I just wanted to do it because I thought it would be fun.
Well, you never know. So this might be where all of a sudden it just grabs hold of you, and we'll see if it takes off from there. Okay, so for today, as we head into the weekend is going to be gorgeous, but we got to get past the today. So take it away, Beckett.
All right, so the 7-day forecast again, high of 50 today, overcast sky, low of 35 tonight. As we go into tomorrow, we're going to warm up our high by around 20 degrees here, getting up to 70 degrees, around 70 degrees for a high tomorrow, low of 58, a low of 58. And then the Sunday, we really warm up, another chance at 80 degrees. This is about three chances at 80 degrees in the last couple of weeks. And then as we go into Monday, we do have another chance for some thunderstorms like we saw early last week. We're going to have another chance for that early next week. So we're going to have to watch that. Very nice weekend. Definitely want to get outside, go to a park. There'll be sun around. And then again, as we go into the early week, we are going to cool down a bit by Tuesday into Wednesday. Another rain chance. And then Thursday and Friday, we could get some more rain moving in as well. But beautiful weekend. And then still pretty nice throughout the entire week.
What's the typical temperatures for this time of year?
Probably in the 50s. upper 40s, maybe lower 60s on those warmer days. So
Yeah,
this
so
is
we cannot
definitely above
complain.
average.
Yeah, this is incredible. Do you have any big plans for the weekend?
No, but I'm probably just gonna go to a park or something. We have the play tonight and then tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, so I'll be at that too.
You want to remind everybody where you go to school?
Our Lady of Lords.
All right. Well, I hope you have a fantastic play, and whatever you do at the park, just enjoy the weekend. And we look forward to catching up with you again next week.
Thank you. You have a great weekend as well.
All right, everybody. That's aspiring meteorologist Beckett Moore with our What the Weather segment. And again, a lot of you might be waking up saying, what the heck? I had a little light dusting of snow, or it's raining out there. And then we're going into this unbelievable weekend. I am heading off to the retreat, the MSE retreat being put on by Sally Drake. And I hope that some of you had a chance to get your tickets. We gave you $150 off to be able to go to this, whether it was a day or the entire weekend. I will be speaking twice this weekend, tomorrow and into Sunday. And tomorrow's is going to be more of a breakfast chat, and we talk about vision setting, which I thought was just absolutely perfect for today's show. How many of you have a vision but never go after it? How many of you have a vision and start to kind of crawl towards it? Or how many of you have a vision and you just go all in and you take that leap and you say, whoa, it's a little scary down below, but let's do it. Whether you're going to fall flat on your face and you got to find a way to hop back up again, whatever it looks like. We're going to discuss that. And as I mentioned, today, if you're just tuning in, is our 1 year anniversary since I went ahead and did just that. I leaped. Did I fall on my face? Maybe. And then I got back up. What does it take inside of you to get back up again? So if you are newer to the show, welcome aboard. Do us a favor, text people, call them, say, hey, there's this really cool show. And for those of you that miss me on your TV, just cast the show up on your TV. So that way you're up, you're watching on your big screen TV, you're watching this talk show unveil itself of positivity. We are brought to you by our friends at Invita Health and Wellness. She came on board with us around April, and then into May was the launch of this show, brought to you by our friends at Invita Health and Wellness. If you don't know about them, listen up. When we come back, we're going to take the walk back to March 1st, and we're going to show how this show has grown and grown thanks to you. Invita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Invita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Invita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Invita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment, or online invitahealthandwellness.com. Well, welcome back again. Thank you so much for being with me. One of the things that I did from the very beginning, and this will always be a part of the show, is to say good morning to you and to call out each one of your names that take the time to say something in the comment section. So Kathleen Morris was a first. Good morning. Kathy Holden Reed, good morning. Thank you for the happy anniversary wishes. Julie Fabian, good morning to you. Marilyn says good morning and happy first. Sean, always with us, doing our little good morning emoji. Julie Purcell, good morning. Happy March. Hope you're feeling better. I am. I was feeling so much better thanks to Mama. I'm telling you, that frankincense she gave me and those massages, a little massage on the neck and the head, fed me a beautiful breakfast, and I was off to the day and went and got my hair done. Had a wonderful workout this morning. That's why my hair is kind of a mess, and I was drenched. I was glowing from the workout. And by the way, thank you for showing up and doing a private session this morning. Good morning. Congratulations, Joe says, on the first year. Carrie Ginther says the same thing. Happy anniversary. Good morning, Kathy, Terry. Let's see, Bill Stadler, good morning to you. Kathy Holden Reed, great weather for the weekend. I know. Well, this is going to be an incredible retreat. Thanks, Beckett, for your update. Thanks to Beckett from Julie Fabian. Kathy Anselmo, congratulations on your 1 year anniversary. Congrats on the 1 year. That's awesome. I wasn't here at first, but so glad that you found us, and I'm so glad that you show up day in and day out. Howdy neighbor, Carrie Ginther says, I'm not sure who the howdy neighbor is going to because it doesn't show the attachment. Laura, good morning. Congratulations on your 1 year anniversary. That's from Laura Key. Anne, good morning. Congratulations. Have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for the great workout. Dude's Playground, which is our friend Richard. Congratulations on your 1 year. I started watching you at the end of March last year. Wow, you have been dedicated. Keep up the good work. FYI, the dude turns 8 years old today. Happy birthday, dude. We've got to get out there and see dude. Happy birthday. And I love the fact that he came and visited us on our 200th show. Marilyn, loved yesterday. You and your mom have an incredible, priceless relationship. Yes, we do. I am so blessed. Absolutely blessed. And I promised you that we would have more and more of Monica and mom time together. So we will do just that. All right, let's go back and walk down memory lane. One of the things that I had in the background of my original shows was what's over my shoulder here, right? I'm a proud police wife. If a lot of you are brand new to the show and you don't know that, proud police wife. My husband is a lieutenant with the St. Louis County Police, and I am a big supporter of our men and women in blue. I'm a big supporter of our men and women in red, right? The fire, the police, but we can't forget about all the other ones behind the scenes. Like I always want to thank the dispatch, the EMTs, the paramedics, every level of every rank that goes into protecting us. So that was a big part of the show. It came, though, on a really horrific day. So I want to take you back to what took place and what I think is one of the more powerful shows that took place back in March. Take a listen. We need to learn to rally around and support those that are out protecting us. I stepped away from the news because of the negativity as far as reporting it every day. I stepped away to make a difference. But this is how we make a difference, that we talk together, we make a difference together, we change lives together. That is why I wanted to step away and then do it my way. Let's have some intention of peace. That's my word for the day, peace. I always tell everybody to start their day with intention. So set your mind to intention and pick a word. And then if you can, start journaling and what you want for the world, what you want for yourself, and then go throughout your day. And at the end of the day, write some gratitude, but giving you the confidence that you proudly can walk into a room, your shoulders are back, and no matter the words that are thrown at you, they're just words. If you don't have the confidence in anybody else, know that one day at a time, you can take the steps of, I am worthy, I am valuable, I mean something. And when I present myself, I will put my best self forward and I will believe in myself. Every day we can change our lives. So today, if you see someone in uniform, tell them thank you, because it's not just an easy thing that they do when they walk out of the house. Thank them for protecting you. Maybe you in the future, maybe it becomes your life that they have to protect. Today, my husband's out there, as you know, he called during this, and I will thank him and give him the biggest hug when he returns home. And that's what we always want as husbands, wives, children, parents of these incredible men and women. Because what they do is no easy feat. And the fact that Sergeant Mason Griffith's family will not have him today, makes me want to cry. I don't even know him, but I know what that family's going through, okay? That's sad. It's very sad. And this is very real. So when we do the news and I was kept from this, that's a shame. Because we should be able to show emotions. Because you don't just go along and act like these stories mean nothing. Because they do. Powerful. That is most likely, and again, I'd have to look back at some other shows, but that one really touched me. That one really affected me. And what I had to thank was one of our viewers waking me up with a message saying, Monica, do you know what happened in Herman? And I did not. He knew that family. He knew the woman. He knew, obviously, that sergeant. He knew the family that was being left behind. And when I said I didn't want to wake up to the negativity of the news anymore, I still said, I want all of you to let me know if there's news you can use. Well, they knew how proud of a supporter I was of the police and how difficult it was going to be to talk about the loss of one of our heroes. And it just made me overwhelmed. I got overwhelmed with emotions about 35 minutes into that show. Did you see that show? And if so, what happened to you when you saw me break down and show you the real side of my emotions? Because again, I think that's something you all have to wonder when we are anchoring anybody that's on the news. I don't care if it's local, regional, national, international news, whatever is out there. Don't you sometimes sit at home and think, how can they report that and not show emotion? How can they report it like a robot and just move on? That was my question, and I was one of them. in those last 3 years. Now, at Fox, I did traffic and I would talk about horrific fatal accidents. And I remember on a couple occasions that I just got really teary eyed and we would go to a break and I would go back to my desk and you could just see the emotions that took me over. My dear friend lost her daughter walking across the street right in front of Broadway Oyster Bar. And she called me at 2 o'clock in the morning telling me what had happened. And instead of taking care of herself, I mean, this is what happens in life. It's like you're trying to um, ask for forgiveness for showing emotions. She wanted to let me know in her voicemail message what I was going to have to report on was her daughter. And she wanted to make sure that I was going to be okay. And I'm like, boy, this is backwards. What about you? I just wanted to reach through the phone. I didn't even want to go into work. I wanted to go straight to her to take care of her. She was around her family at the time and I was able to do it. But I went through that particular, if I could go back to that and use that cut, I would show you the beginning of me wondering, what in the world am I doing? And it was asking God for guidance, asking my dad for guidance at the time. I was reporting on that and I just stopped and I started to tear up on air on TV that morning. And I said, I can't continue to do this without saying, this is a friend of mine. This is her daughter. She was 23 years old. She's no longer with us. And you know you hit her and you kept going. Whoever you are, that person, by the way, has never been caught. And I just did it. And I think everybody around me was like, uh-oh. And I'm like, there's no uh-oh. We've got to show these things. But guess what? That's kind of it was kind of like an unwritten thing. Like, you don't show that. Why? We got to be so straightforward. What's going to happen to everybody at home? Well, I'm telling you, wouldn't you say that you would get emotional as well? Or you would appreciate the fact that we showed our emotions? Let me know what you think. I'm going to go back and say good morning to some of you. But again, if you just tuned in, I'm taking some clips back from the beginning week of this show, but also taking you back into my years of radio and TV and just how my emotions felt, how my heart felt, how my mind, my spirit felt. Today, my word, unite. Why? Because I want us to be a united front on every level. I'm getting ready to do a huge shoot this afternoon with our veterans, and I want the world to unite to do something that they need. And we'll be talking about that when that's all edited up. I can't wait for you to see that. Gwen, thank you. Happy anniversary on your 1 year. This show is the best gig around. Well, hey, what a ringing endorsement. Gwen, thank you. Julie, happy birthday to Dude. Dude's Playground, happy birthday. Yeah, see, I love, and that's the other thing I really love is how this community has come together. And everybody that didn't know each other a year ago, I mean, you've built amazing friendships because of this community. And that makes me so proud. Good morning, Stephanie. Thank you for all you do. I got to thank you right back. Happy 1 year. Terry Tackstein, morning. Oh, they're saying good morning to each other. Terry, by the way, did you get into Invita Health and Wellness? I know you were making your consultation. I hope so. Cindra Merriman Smith, happy first anniversary. Miss you, dear. Hope you're doing great. Linda Eckert says, good morning. I just found you on my feed this morning. My internet must be spotty today. I've watched or listened every day since you started. Incredible show, incredible person. Thank you so much. Marilyn, who was with you at the start behind the scenes? Was this just you last year? Yeah, that was just me. Just me for a couple of months until we started in studio. Yes, I always thank our first responders and our servicemen and women. Leona and my friend, miss our friend Joanne Liscombe, who died in the line of duty. Yeah, my husband knew her. Kristen, congratulations, Monica, on your 1 year anniversary. Thank you for all you do and working to make this world a better place. All we can do is pay it forward, right? Each and every one of us have this beautiful line that just stretches and stretches around the world, holding hands together and finding a united front. Wonderful community, Julie says. Pamela, good morning. The show is the best start to my day. Can you weigh in, please, on what I just said, the emotions of it all? Misty Orr, we've missed you. Good morning. I know she was one of the beginning ones as well. But what do you think about that? Right? Are you able to talk about what you felt? Made the appointment for Tuesday of next week for a consultation. I'll keep you posted. Thank you. I can't wait. For all of you that go over there, let me know. Another thing, let's see if you, for those of you that joined in the beginning, what's one of the things I used to do right away? If you watched from March, April, May until we went into the studio, do you remember what I would do every morning? Besides welcoming you all on board. And some of those, by the way, were recorded because I was training clients at the same time. So I would have to record them the night before. Just kind of taking you back. And what's the topic of your veterans shoot? We'd love to talk with you about the Veterans Coalition and what we do. So do me a favor. You can see right here on the screen. I'm going to put my email address up. And I always say, if you have particular topics or guests that you would like to see on the show, just to shoot me an email. I'm going to be talking with the Grunt Style Foundation, and we're doing a shoot with the president of Grunt Style, which is Tim Jensen, Brian Hubbard, who was on the commission in Kentucky, but he was asked to step down. I'm going to be speaking with a senator and another person that's a representative in the House. And we're going to talk about moving psychedelics through to help. We're going to look at clinical trials, and we're going to look at $55 billion of money that is going to be allocated in states and local governments, and how is it going to be spread out. This was overuse with regards to overdosing on opioids. So we've got a lot to talk about today, and what is wanted by our veterans and by our first responders. So it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait for it. Again, they're going to do the editing, and then I'll let you know when it's out there. But be sure to follow them, gruntstylefoundation.org. Grit Style, also, they've got a magazine component, or their entertainment component. I shouldn't say entertainment. It's a magazine component of which you subscribe to, AmericanGrit.com and gruntstylefoundation.org. We'll talk about Stop Soldier Suicide. We've mentioned that in the past, and I did a really great show with them and on our show. Good morning, Vicki. Kristen, the calendar. Vicki Chitwood says, Happy Friday, you too. So the calendar question mark must be in a relation to something else I don't know. Dudesplayground.org. Spring schedule will be out this weekend. Fantastic. Again, I love the community that we have. I'm going to take a break, but if you can, weigh in, because I don't see anybody weighing in on that. I'm surprised by that. The emotions that need to come out in each and every one of us. What did you feel? Maybe you didn't remember that story of that Herman officer, but okay, there we go. Rose is starting to weigh in. Don't you all? I mean, didn't you hate listening and watching people do the news and not show emotion? Didn't you feel like, do you have any emotion? Rose said, I often wondered how the newscasters could report these stories and not show any emotion. Sometimes the women would shake their head, but move on quickly to the next story and expect a smile. Hate the news. I like people who are genuine, show emotion, show love for each other. Boom. Drop the mic right there. All right, we're taking our walk back down memory lane together. And as I said, I can't thank you enough for being a part of the show and sharing and liking and following. Please do so on our live stream. It is right now on Facebook, both my business page and my personal page. Some of you might be watching on my personal page and wondering where all these comments are coming from. Go over to my Monica Adams page, which is at Monica Adams TV. Go over to that page. You'll see all the comments coming in, and I'll be able to see your comment. If you're on YouTube, I usually see those later and comment to those. Thank you for being there. Subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe. I can't say it enough. Subscribe to our YouTube page, and then realize that we are also on Twitter, X, and then we are on Instagram as well. So welcome aboard. I'm going to say hi to as many of you as I possibly can. But we couldn't do this without you. We couldn't do it without our sponsors either. So thank you, as I mentioned earlier, to Invita Health and Wellness. And we'll be doing on Monday a show we kicked off back in the fall, Medical Mondays. Ask the Doctor. Think about this. When's the last time you called your doctor at 2 o'clock in the morning and he actually answered? Well, at Innovare Health Advocates, their patients are special. Their doctors, nurse practitioners, their care team care deeply about your health, your family, your work, and even your pet. Their clinicians are accessible and they lead your care in and out of the hospital. In fact, Dr. Charles Willie offers his cell phone number to his patients to ensure they can intervene early in your illness. They can provide care above and beyond, offering lab, x-ray, echocardiogram, and other treatments in their office. Innovare Health Advocates, with 5 locations on both sides of the river. Check them out, innovarehealth.com. And we'll have Dr. Willie on with us on Monday. We won't have Sarah. Sarah is going to have the week off, and then she'll be back with us on March 11th. So if you haven't seen that and you want something you want something for the doctor to answer for you, and you've been struggling with your health, be sure to be here on Monday as we go through and give you the platform to open up the questions and ask the doctor whatever you would like. All right, let me see here. Yeah, that was a really good comment, by the way, about the emotion aspect. And we want to thank Michelle because she's done an incredible job over this last year, has she not? Let me give her and take a bow to her, a round of applause for everything she does to help you with all the links, showcasing everything that we do on the events, showcasing our merchandise, which, by the way, I just threw one of my favorite jackets over my Know Your Value. And that is literally what started this show. If you don't know the background, the foundation behind it all, this is it. I stepped away from the news because I was like, I'm not accepting what I thought was a kind of a gut punch 3-year contract, and thought, Monica, go do it. Just leap, go do it. And a lot of the shows have been this way to show you my love for the ocean, right? What I haven't been able to show you today is my little mascot. Adelaide, say hi. She's like, nope, I'm just going to lay here and sleep. Hi, baby girl. You know, I have a big love for dogs. And if you don't know, we do positive talk time every other Thursday. Let me put it up on the screen. It's with our friends Jessica Cook at Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa in Cottleville and Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. We will be back with them the first Thursday and then the third Thursday of March. In between those, we'll be tying in a Mobile Monica show March 14th, and that is with our friends at the Vault Luxury Resale in Brentwood. I'm going to be looking for some models for that. I've got one lined up, but would any of you like to do a little before and after? If you would, why don't you email me info at TheRealMonicaAdams.com. I want all ages, all shapes, because that's the beautiful thing is they have all different sizes. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they're left out. So maybe if you're available at 7 o'clock in the morning on March 14th, please make sure you're available. I'll put you in the running to possibly do that, and we'll thank you. We'll reward you somehow. So Janice is already lined up for me, but picking some other models, not models, right? It's everyday people showing you the version of yourself you've always wanted to be, like really bringing this love out of you. So if you want to be a part of that, there you go. Mobile Monica live from your business, March 14th. And then on the final Thursday of the month, which, what is that, March 28th, I believe, we will be at Bike Stop Cafe. That is a rescheduled Mobile Monica show. And Jody Devonshire, we're going to be joining her, March 28th at 7 o'clock in the morning. So mark these things on your calendar. Okay, if you're just tuning in, we're celebrating a year together. Some of you have literally been with us from the very beginning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for all of your friends and all of your family, all of your coworkers that you have spread the word, all the people who've been on our show that have told their family to watch every morning. This continues to grow here, Missouri, Illinois, and then in all states. I want you to let us know where you're watching from. And gosh, I cannot even begin to tell you how much I love each and every one of you that take us on vacation with you and watch from wherever you are around the world. We've had people in Italy, thanks to our beautiful business spotlight we did on Casa d'Alfonso. We have probably some Italian people also because of our wonderful business spotlight we did on Trattoria Marsala. We did a let's see we did the before and after at the Vault back in the fall. I love the business spotlights that we're able to do, by the way. So if that's something that your business would like, reach out to me because we can do the business spotlights. We can do live mobile Monicas as well. Jillian, good morning to you. The news was a lot easier to watch when you were still on it, Monica. Oh, well, thank you. Julie, I don't know how you can do this. I would tear up when they would report on such sad stories. Was it a rule for you all not to show emotion? I don't think anybody said you can't. It's just kind of an unwritten rule. You don't see very many men and women do it, right? It's just the fact that you've got to show no emotion and just continue to go on, because otherwise it would just overwhelm you, because it's almost every story after story after story was like gut wrenching. And then you were just waiting to exhale and go to a break and find one of the blocks coming up that we were going to offer you some kind of positivity, some kind of good show. And I'm not saying that there's nothing good whatsoever in the news. There is, right? It tries to bring the community together. But unfortunately, the spotlight all too often is on the horrendous things, the horrific things that are happening, and you never feel like you have hope. That's what I really wanted the foundation of this show to be, is let's give some hope around the world. Let's unite together to say, yes, these things are out there, but what can we do together? Julie, I want to email Kathy Kilo to help my daughter out. What's her email address? Well, Julie, just go to kkilo.com and call her. Let's go ahead and do it. Julie Purcell and everybody else, this segment right now that I'm getting ready to go into as I walk back into the history of this show is brought to you by Kathy Kilo Peterson. She knows about kindness. She has it right there on her desk every day. Here's your phone number, 636-561-6460. And as Marilyn said the other day, yes, they take care of your home. Yes, they take care of auto. Yes, they take care of supplemental insurance. They take care of every aspect of things that you don't want to take care of, and they take care of your pets. So show your pets some love as well. Kathy, we love you, and we love the fact that you've been with us and are constantly showing the love from your office. And I'm hoping that each and every one of you have realized that all you have to do is pick up the phone, call her, have her look at your policy, and save some money. I mean, come on, who doesn't want money back? I'm guaranteeing you will be blown away by the amount of money that you're able to save. So she took care of us on the professional side of what I do, the insurance for where I have my business, insurance here, like writers that follow me wherever I go, and of course, our own personal side. So Kathy Kilo Peterson, Marilyn, and everybody, the staff with Kathy Kilo Peterson, we love you, we love you, we love you. Adelaide's back there saying we love you as well. So Julie, do me a favor and reach out to her and let me know. Not not showing emotion is a big part of veteran transition issues. I know that's the depression side that we're going to be talking about in this show. Alexander, good morning. The news, Monica, stifled your emotions and thoughts until I started this show. You're right. Rose said it spot on. There are very few newscasters who I feel show real emotion. Now I know why. It's sad, she said. Right? You couldn't believe it. I mean, there's so many people that you were like, I don't know if I can believe anything out of their mouth, or it's just written on the teleprompter and it's whatever it's on there, you're going to say. Michelle is awesome. That's what I said. Yep. Thank you, Michelle. I guess as a reporter of news, you may become very numb and hardened. That's what happens, Kristen. I would think many may break down after they get off work. Yeah, it's a whole side of PTSD because of what you saw. Yeah, I think the blessing for me came from being able to help others through life coaching. But sure, I'm sure I suffered in silence, and I would talk about it sometimes. The biggest issue was I'm married to a lieutenant with the county police, so when I would say, "Oh my gosh, this is horrific," he would come back and say, "It's part of life, Monica," and I was like, "Gosh, no, I can't do that." He has to. I mean, it's the same kind of thing as a news anchor. He would shut down and not want to talk about it, and that's the dangerous side because when that's taken away, right? When the armor's taken away, the bulletproof vest comes off, the uniform comes off, then where's the identity? Those are the scary things that happen. And that's what we're going to be discussing with our veterans and our first responders. I imagine it's difficult to have to separate personal emotions during traumatic stories. I understand they care, but have to carry on the job. Well, yeah, but it's a dangerous thing. And let's see. Oh, yeah, she said, and she's getting rid of the creepers and spammers. Michelle does that as well. Thank you, Monica, and your team. Marilyn, Michelle's incredible. Quick to the draw. Your entire entourage is incredible. Well, we have to thank Hannah Gassman today because she's the one that put these clips together. I want to thank Zach Kimball again for running our show. He learned from George Wise. George is out there covering some projects over the next few months, and hopefully we'll get a chance to have George do some really pretty pieces of editing and shooting, which is what he does best. He's a great videographer and photographer. That's his background. I'd love for him to do more of that, but he's involved in a project, a secret project that he's involved in, but I hope George is able to do some stuff with us soon. You are so inspiring and changing the world. Yeah. Happy first anniversary, Jerry says. Monica and team, your positive attitude was infectious. Your compassion touched me beyond words. Good morning from Tony. Kristen, you asked what were some things you did on the show a year ago during your show. Yes. I used to say, what can I cover for you? And we're going to go back, actually. Let's go showing some of these. So we talked about holding on to emotions and how dangerous that can be. So let's go back and look at another clip. I thought this was another powerful one. Tell me, listen, and then tell me what you feel from this. Walking back a history moment from a year ago. We own our own lives. We can only control ourselves. We can't control those that have hurt us for whatever reason they've hurt us. They are their own insecurities. They have their own jealousies. They try to force that upon you. They can't unless you give them power. Sometimes people treat things as a pebble and other things they treat it as a boulder. Well, where is the weight? Is it really a boulder that you're just treating as a pebble, but it is really going to mount and you act like it's no big deal, but it is a pretty huge aspect of where you are in your life as to who hurt you, but you're just treating it as a little pebble. Or the people who are making things that really are small, really are pebbles, and they're making it monumental. Think about what is the aspect that you're holding on to. Is it a person? Is it a circumstance that happened? Is it a place and time? Let's give it the weight that it deserves, the pebble and the boulder. And in the end, let's turn it into dust. Oh, that was a good one. What do you think about that one? Again, what we've done is gone back to the very first week and taken some of our absolute favorite moments, the ones that we really believe were so powerful that we hope that it inspired you to start changing and start going through the triangle of life, which I'll talk about as well at the retreat this weekend. Are you coming to the retreat? I know Nancy McConnell, who owns Stone Soup Cottage. She bought her ticket at the last second, but again, it's at Innsbruck. I'm sure we could squeeze, I think, last minute people in. Sally was saying yes. So it's the MSE retreat. You want to really change your life? Don't just listen to a few things. Grab a few minutes here or an hour here. Immerse yourself in a community that of like-minded people, multiple facilitators that are going to help you with your grit. Jennifer Bardot is going to be there, myself, Sally Drake, other facilitators. We're going to learn pickleball together. We're going to do yoga together. We're going to do forest bathing, something I've never done before. That's at Innsbruck, and it starts today. Some people showing up about 3 o'clock this afternoon, getting settled into their little cottage or their chalet. And about 5 o'clock, everybody's going to come together. And then It all kicks off on Saturday. So many levels of things, but you do you, right? If you want to go hiking, you want to sleep in, you want to go for a walk, you want to just do a day, you want to do the whole weekend, you can make those decisions. I mean, look at the forecast. It's going to be stunning to be by the lake, to be at Innsbruck. If you've never been there before, what a cool place to be. I'd love to see you there. MSE Retreat and $150 off for the code that you could use, Dream Big 2024. We did it, right? We were dreaming big a year ago. So yes, Kristen, I used to say for 2 months before we kicked off the show in the studio, what topics do you want me to cover? And I'm back to say that again because I want to make sure that we do a lot more of this on the days I'm not in the studio. You want me to cover a topic? You want me to go more in depth? We've covered a topic in the past. You want me to take it another level? Let us know what that is. Stephanie says, happy first anniversary. Thank you. Time flies when you have a great time, says Pamela. Arnold, happy anniversary. Jillian, happy anniversary, watching from Baldwin. Okay, Joe says, before there was Monica in the morning, there was Monica on Sunday afternoon on the radio. I used to listen to your health and fitness shows many years ago. I always enjoyed your passion for things that interest you in addition to your compassion. Well, Joe, thank you so much. I mean, that's the other thing. I've had people tell me that they have watched or listened to me my entire career. I have people that are watching this show that were with me in my early years at Festus, right back back in 93, 94. That's when I started my career at a station in Festus. It was called KJFF at the time. KJCF. It's now KJFF, and it was affiliated with J98 Radio, which is a country station in Farmington. It's regional radio. That was my beginning. Those are my roots, and that's where I learned so much from Kirk Mooney. Thank you so much, and the staff at KJCF. I went on to work at KHAD and KDJR, which was in DeSoto. That was a solo country music show that I did. If I hadn't taken that step, I wasn't going to. But it's all in the way God guides you. He lays the path. Are you willing to walk it? I was willing to walk it. Went to DeSoto, drove from Florissant in my Corvette, my little 1991 Corvette, in an ice storm. It took me 2 hours and 5 minutes to get to work that day, but I was dedicated and made it to work, and then I white knuckled it back home. Fortunately, God guided me and didn't have me scoot all over the place on the ice. Yeah, I was dedicated to the nth degree. And because I took that job, Bo Matthews, I love you, dear friend of mine, he found me and said, you got to come over here to WIL. And that's how it happened. WIL took me from 1997 to 2005. Loved my time in morning radio there. I was a news director for a few months, and then I was a DJ, and then a few months later I became a news director for 7 years while I was there at WIL, and then I left and went to TV, started at Fox 2 in 2005, and simultaneously was doing the show Joe's talking about. Thank you to Steve Moore for bringing me on board at KMOX for 8 years. So from 2005 until I think it was like 2013, I was still doing that show. Loved that. Yes, you could definitely feel my passion in that because I love health and fitness. And then I was at Fox for 15 years and then went to Channel 5 from 2020 to 2023. And boom, here we are, 2023, January 2nd. I left there and started this show in March. We started the brand though, and the brand began talking about this: know your value. By the way, do me a favor. Tell me what that means to you. What does knowing your value mean to each and every one of you? And I guess let me ask that question. Since we say it on a regular basis, how has it evolved for you? How different is your life today from the moment you started watching this show? And I love the fact that so many of you are regular watchers of this show. Please let me know if there's multiple levels of your life that have changed because of what we've been able to do together. I'd love to know that. Jillian stopped watching the news when the pandemic started. Everything negative for negative minds. Upcoming events Michelle's telling you about on the calendar on our page, TheRealMonicaAdams.com, and just go to the calendar of events. Go to the shop. We talked about discounting our jackets yesterday. I know Crystal Gale bought one. What about you? Are you going to rep the brand and tell everybody about knowing their value? You're going to get some shirts. T-shirts are available. We've got blue, green, red, and purple. There are other colors you can get as well. I've made some orders that are coming in hopefully next week. We've got jackets. We've got MA Sport as well, a little more masculine looking quarter zip, 3/4 zip jacket. I love those. Let's see. Dude's Playground said, Kathy Kilo Peterson, it's just fun to say. It is, isn't it? Hi, Julie. Thank you. Would love to help you. I'm off today, but our amazing team can take care of you. So yeah, Maryland's with Kathy. Julie said I just emailed her. Wonderful. Joe Beatty, enjoyed watching and listening to your positive words. So much negative things happening in the world. It's refreshing to hear positive sharing. Thank you, Joe. And Joe, where are you watching from? I think Joe's one of our newer viewers. Would love to. Okay, yeah. So Marilyn asked me about the wonderful piece we did on Trattoria. She couldn't remember the name, and then she did. Thank you for supporting our businesses that are regular sponsors of the show or have bought a business spotlight or have bought a mobile Monica. Again, it's all about our community. We wouldn't have the show if we didn't have sponsors. We would be here, but then I would be so busy doing other things because I'd have to make money elsewhere, right? So I love the fact that we're able to have this platform. And it's not just the show, it's the branding of the clothes, it's the speaking, motivational speaking engagements, it's the MC engagements, it's the auctioneering. All of this comes together because of the foundation of the brand. So she's heading to the Fox and then to Trattoria Marsala. You're seeing company, huh? Marilyn, you'll have to let me know. I was supposed to go Tuesday and unfortunately wasn't able to. So I can't wait to hear what it's about. So Michelle says we've added the studio, more clips, more visual content. We've amped up the website with calendar of events, Monica merchandise shop, more business features in Mobile Monica's, bigger team, and more events. That's her summary of what we've done a year ago. Pebbles and boulders, insightful. I like the fact that you like that. Denise Doffin, I have loved this past year. Thanks for all of your work. Denise, haven't talked to you in a while. Love to see you. Yeah, Jamie, Christine, and Stevie at Trattoria. We love them. Tell them we said hi. Where can you buy the shirt? Jillian, online. TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Click on shop. You've got the t-shirts, you've got the jackets, and you've got journals. And you got a mug, by the way. Oh, yeah, I asked, what was the thing that I used to do? I'm going to do it right now. From the very beginning, do you all forget this? I used to do this every morning. I used to light a candle because I wanted to bring you the light that you needed for the day. If you were kind of suffering in some darkness, then I wanted to bring you your first light of the day. And I was telling you about these awesome, I love these. They're cool because you just plug them in. I got to find my cord. You plug them in and they recharge and you never have to buy another one. So see? I used to always do that every morning. I got away from that. I got to do that again. Denise said, I have loved this past year. Thank you for all your positivity. Okay, so Julie says to her, knowing your value means to don't settle. Amen. Joe's watching from St. Charles. Thank you so much. Wayne Johnson Sr., good morning to you. Knowing your value helps manage your self-worth, says Pamela. Terry, know your value to me means understanding yourself and what you can do to make yourself happy and shine. Love yourself and know you matter. I love it. I'm going to hop over to Instagram here real quick. Hats by Diane said, happy first anniversary. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I see, oh, hey girl, Cash is watching from Canada. By the way, Cash and I were talking about our next Cultivating a Vision, and we came up with a date. So this is breaking news for you right now. It will be, mark your calendars, April 3rd. April 3rd will be Cultivating a Vision 4. And it's been a really powerful ride since December with those. You don't know about it? We come together on a Wednesday or a Thursday. This is going to be on a Wednesday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And boy, the last one I think was my favorite. It was extremely powerful. We went through so many levels of empowering you, emotions, meditation, teaching proper breathing, all of those levels. I love it. Your Michelle helps in your vision. Also, she's so awesome to talk to. You guys make a great duo. Our world is broken. I feel we need each other. Yes, we do. Joy, good to see you. Word of this past year, growth. Growth not only in numbers, but the personal growth for each and every one of us listeners, plus your growth in the show. I like that. Growth. Yeah, that's a good one. Because some people are picking their word of the year. And I like that, but I really like the focus of the word of the day. So we're going through, we talked about confidence. We talked about the loss of a Herman officer and the showing real emotions. We talked about holding on to hurt. I always want to make sure that every level of people are concentrated on. Kids to seniors, men to women. And this one is for all of you men. Men, you have to speak. Know that your voice is important, that you are vital, that your feelings, that your emotions, don't want to suppress them. Don't hold them down. Always know that you have to speak your truth, communicate. It's about you getting your feelings out and your emotions out. You know, we go back decades ago and men were told, no, don't show that. It shows weakness. Don't even say, I love you. There are many men that I've counseled over the years, that I've personal trained over the years, who have told me, yeah, my dad, I don't know if my dad ever said, I love you. I don't think my grandpa ever told my father he loved him. And we go back decades and decades. And then finally, somebody, someday, I'd love to know who that man was, broke through and said, to his son, to his daughter, I love you. And it started a movement. It's okay to show emotion. It's okay to say, I love you. It's okay to communicate. But a lot of times men have been held back in showing emotion, showing that they want to actually be heard. They want to speak their truth. Today, for men, I ask you to set your intention and it be that you are going to find your path of communication, that you're going to realize that it's okay to show emotion. All of us have to have balance, and look at the better world that we would be if we all realize that what we have to say matters, how we feel matters, and that there are people who will lift us up and be there to support us. That one was for all of our guys, all of the men out there. It is really to make you understand that you are okay to talk. You are okay to speak. And somebody commented earlier about veterans and how they've held everything in. First responders held everything in. CEOs of companies, they don't want to show emotion. Presidents, principals, superintendents, I don't care what level you are. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that they shouldn't speak, that they shouldn't show emotion, and that's a dangerous, dangerous thing. I hope you're enjoying our walk back a year ago as we look through our 1 year anniversary. The dogs are going nuts, not sure what's out there, but let's take a quick break. And I'm just really interested in what has been your favorite part of our show in the last year and what growth you've had inside of you. I'll look back at some of your comments when we return. We need women to lift women up.
Let's do that.
Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives. I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey! You're close!
Monica! Whoa!
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind. Oh, that's one of the things that I've loved. I don't know when I started saying it, but it will always be a part of the show to show kindness. Yesterday, did you enjoy that show with my mom? You know, I thought I was only going to be on for maybe 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. And I just started feeling better and better and just powered through and just absolutely enjoyed the connection that my mom and I had together. And it was funny. It was real. It was authentic. She was in her pajamas. I had just gotten out of bed. I wasn't going to do the show, but I was like, let's do this. And yeah, it was a good time. So a lot of you have been asking if my mom and I can do a regular segment together. We will. In fact, next Friday is her birthday. I think I'm going to stay up there next week and come to live from her home again on Friday, March 8th. That's the plan. We'll do that together. All right, everybody, let's look back at some of your comments. Let's see. Marilyn, I have followed you on both TV stations because you were always so energetic, positive, and beautiful inside and out. I am so much healthier. Yeah, Marilyn lost 40 pounds and maintained that for 4 months. Put my health to the forefront and made exercise a priority. Love your content and selection of interviews on which you're absolutely great at the passion and questions you ask. Thank you, Marilyn. But for you, how amazing of what you have done. Let's see. Kathy says there's so much to appreciate: sharing positivity, building community, love learning about small businesses around town. Yeah, that's what we love about our Mobile Monicas, the mental and the physical wellness also. Stephanie, my mom always goes out with a happy heart. I love it. I'm a veteran that served many years. Thank you for your service. I was trained to be stoic and focused. You have to, in order to survive war and conflict and danger or humanitarian missions. Can we just say right now, thank you for putting that out there? Thank you for speaking. It's powerful. It can be difficult to fit back into society where people are encouraged to express their feelings. Lack of feeling like you can fit in, as you know, leads to depression, which is part of not knowing your value anymore. This is beautiful. Wow. There are other topics that spin off from that, as you mentioned earlier, over medication. I mean, you're going to love the show that we do with Grunt Style. I can't wait to, again, I'm just asking God to put the right words, the right questions in my eyes and in my ears and in my voice today. Absolutely powerful. Around town, Kathy says, the dogs see a deer or a leaf. You never know what those crazy nieces. Yes. All right, everybody, we are showing you, we've gone back through some things that we love. And I can't thank enough. Hannah Gassman has done a great job putting these clips together. So we had confidence, we had men and showing emotion, we had holding on to hurt. We don't want you to do that. And we started a lot with the workout component. So I think my very first shows were at Mark Anthony's before I started doing this with you. And we gave you a little workout motivation. And I know a lot of you say, I don't want to lose that. So enjoy this. A couple of my clients are featured in this video. Hope you enjoy it. Your mind will mess with you so many times saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. So there's a poster, or you should probably put this on a piece of paper that says your mind will quit 100 times before your body ever will. Right? Your mind's probably wanted to say, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it.
I can't, but she said I could, and I did.
See? Exactly. I believe in you. Your coach should believe in you. Emotions are not a bad thing. Emotions makes you alive. Emotions means you are really tapping into what I want you to do, that triangle of life, the mental, physical, spiritual. You're feeling everything. You're letting go of the past. You're letting go of the trauma, the abuse, the things that are holding you back. You're letting them go, and you are driving towards your goal. You are working out. You're understanding the importance of eating healthier. You're understanding the importance of drinking your water. You're investing in your health and investing in your future.
Yeah, we're not doing that. No more!
Okay, so the first part of that was at Mark Anthony's, enjoying that. So that was Cheryl and Tammy were featured in that video. It's been really cool to see what the dream was, right? We were doing a lot more at Mark Anthony's on Wednesdays and Fridays. Maybe we'll get back there. I don't know. The girls are actually enjoying training virtually because that way they can jump in the shower and they can get off to work or whatever they need to do. But I'm not opposed to going back there. I'm not opposed at all to being there on Wednesdays and Fridays, doing our sessions at about 5:45 or 6 o'clock in the morning, wrapping up, having guests there, doing our solo shows there. And the reason we did that, by the way, is because Mark, who owns Mark Anthony's, Mark Coulter, knew that I always wanted to bring together my love for fashion, styling, my love for fitness, personal training, and then doing the show right there on the corner of Kirkwood and Jefferson, which has that feeling of the Today Show, which, by the way, was always my dream. I don't think a lot of you know this, but I wanted to work for the Today Show. I wanted to put the information that needed to be out there, but I wanted to find a way for more happiness. And I love what Hoda does, right? She's in the morning, but she's more of the person that doesn't really, a lot of negativity doesn't come out of her mouth. So I love what she does and what she provides on the show later. I think it's like the third hour of the Today Show. So yeah, that was always my dream. A lot of people grew up watching Katie Couric. She was one of my idols. I watched Oprah Winfrey. She was one of my idols. Just wanted to put a lot of that together. And that's where I wanted to launch my own talk show. Jules Karaginis, who owns Espresso Yourself and Sister Sandwich Shop. We did our mobile Monicas from there within the last month. She's like, when are you going to start your talk show? And I was like, well, that's what this is. She wants me, just because everybody's mindset is TV, right? She wants me back on TV. Look, there's been a lot of things behind the scenes that I have been working on in the last year. We want to grow this. So what I want you to see is, and I don't know if you can see it in the quality, the video quality. I was working off of an old computer that was horrible. I don't know how old it was. I had a microphone that wasn't very good. Lighting, we didn't have lighting back then. Yeah, it was just me and you together, but gosh, it was powerful, wasn't it? I mean, I love to look at the roots of something and just see where the growth came from. And we just started doing that. And it started from like 5 minutes, and we did 10 minutes and 15 minutes. And then we did a half-hour show. We grew to a 45-minute one and then to an hour. I'm trying to see what Michelle just said to me. Hold on, everybody. Everybody's texting me. I always laugh and I'm like, come on, people. Don't you know I'm on the air? Michelle has a right to, but everybody else is responding to me. Buy a jacket today. Get a coffee, tea, one-on-one with Monica. Okay. All right. That's a possibility. So is that a Zoom one-on-one? Is that what we want to do, Michelle? We can do that. We can do like a little private one-on-one. Yeah, I can give that away. That'd be about $100 value, by the way, life coaching. If you don't do the hour, yeah, that'd be about 50 or that'd be about $65. So, okay, let's do it. I'm on board. You buy a jacket today and you get a one-on-one. And I know people have reached out to me wanting to do life coaching and they couldn't afford it, they said. And I was like, okay, well, again, you always got to look at what are the things that you're paying for in your life that you're willing to put out there. And how about working on yourself more? When you work on yourself, suddenly it's a realization of, wow, Putting yourself first is a huge thing. Marilyn just talked about losing 40 pounds. I've got someone who's lost about 45 pounds with me since last January. I've got somebody who's lost about 80 or 90 pounds with me. Again, that's a whole person. That's almost my mom. My mom weighs like 104 pounds. So you've almost lost my mom. Let's just be real here. Terry says, congrats on 1 year. I'm so glad we reconnected. I love how you teach, show, and speak kindness. So many inspiring shows. I look forward each day to tune in and listen. You move me to be better. Terry, thank you so very much. Congrats on a year, Michelle says. How about a giveaway with dinner or lunch with Monica and her mom? Just throwing it out there. If not, it's okay. It's a possibility. We'll look at Mama's schedule. Congrats on a year, Michelle says. Dudesplayground.org. He's given the number. Please check us out and give me a call anytime. Our spring schedule will be out this weekend. Thank you for your service. Yeah, that's to all of you, men and women both, that have served on the front lines of our military. Thank you. And again, over my shoulder, thank you to our first responders. So we've talked about confidence. Again, some of our favorite shows. Hannah, I can't thank you enough for putting these clips together for us. Please, everybody, thank Hannah. And Zach, we'll be back with you on Monday and Tuesday of next week in studio. George, again, I hope you're doing great with the project you're working on. And Michelle, we love you. My husband, Jim, for all the things he's done. That's been my team this past year, and look forward to growing and growing and growing. But we can't have growth without each and every one of you. Okay, we talked about men and emotions, confidence, workout motivation, holding on to hurt. What about stress? This is how we're going to bring it home. This, by far, one of my favorites. Listen to what I have to say here and tell me what your takeaway was. 1 year. Can you believe it? 1 year. When you start to feel that stress mount, I want you to step aside, even if you just need to walk into another room and tell the people that are making you stress to, I should say, you're allowing them to make you to get stressed, because again, we have to own that. But take yourself into a room, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Close your eyes and everyone go to a different happy place. For me, it's always by the water. What I want you to do is practice this. Close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath in. In for 3 seconds, hold it for a second, release it for 3 seconds. The more you open up and you actually breathe from the diaphragm, the more you'll start going 5 seconds, and then holding maybe for 2 to 3, and then releasing for another 5 seconds. But watch how it allows you to relax. And then you kind of put that bubble up when you're returning to the people who maybe are taking you on a path you don't want to be on. And you're feeling that stress mount up and you're feeling the negativity and the drama that they're trying to throw your way. The art of breathing and calming the mind. The other is truly calming the mind and learning how to meditate. To get rid of that clutter and have some clarity is a pretty powerful thing. And how do you do it? Well, you start with what I mentioned last night, which is doing the intention and gratitude. So the one word, wake up every morning and let that word change. What are you feeling? What do you want for your day? Write that intention down and then write your gratitude. But as far as removing the stress, it truly is every day working on it. So when you feel the stress come in, is it a person? Is it a group of people? Is it your job? Then you might want to start walking to get away from it. You might need to find a career change. You don't all of a sudden just give up. Some people do take the big leap. That's a scary thing to do. If you're ready for it, then leap. Inhalation, you bring in the positive that you want in your life. When you exhale, you release all the things that are not serving you. Okay? So breathing, meditation, and then the bookends of intention and gratitude. It's that simple. What do you think about that? And a lot of people might say, it's not that simple. I didn't say you're going to snap your finger and your whole life's going to be better. I said you've got to take the steps. You've got to work on yourself. Understand, in the equation of the life going the way you want it to go, you play one of the most powerful roles in that. And that is, ready for it? Put yourself first. And there's my chill. There's the chill for the day. If I move you to emotion, great. I've done my job. If I give you little goosebumps, I let the hair stand up on the back of your neck. I make you cry. I make you laugh. I've done my job. I'm going to bring you passion. That is my dedication to you. That's my promise to you. And I always come true on my promises. And by the way, I'm a woman of her word. Let me give you a little background, by the way. Let me be real here with you. So I was booked today for this big shoot that's going to take place this afternoon. I think we're starting at about 1:30. It's going to go till maybe 5. I was booked for the retreat, right? And originally we had an idea of maybe talking around a bonfire, et cetera. And I said, Sally, you're going to have to take me off of Friday evening's topics. Let's just gather together, give everybody a rundown of what they're going to do for the weekend. I will be there as soon as I possibly can, but I'm devoted to the veterans. I'm doing this big shoot. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I'll be there. I'll do the talk about vision setting, my vision, right? that a lot of people are like, I'm inspired by what you did, but understand that this is just my walk. What's your walk? What are you doing that's holding you back right now? Or what steps are you taking to get you to what your dreams and your passions and your goals are? That's what I'll help you with tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we will do the whole triangle of life and really going deep into what that looks like and why I ever started in the first place. But here's what happened. One of the things that I've been working on behind the scenes for the last year is to get my press junkets back on the schedule, right? So during the pandemic, I did a lot of interviews with entertainers showcasing these wonderful movies for 2 years. And that's what I'm so thankful for Channel 5. They allowed me to do that because I wanted to do entertainment reporting. 2 years, though, they were virtual. Right at the very end, I went to New York and Los Angeles. I did a press junket for Babylon. I did a press junket for the Whitney Houston movie. And then they all stopped. And as I started this show back up, I was talking to my contacts with Allied Marketing, which is the marketing base behind the movies, and they work with all the different movie houses. And just on Tuesday of this past week, I got this really amazing email inviting me to go to Catalina Island. Can you believe this? To go to Catalina Island and cover the movie that's coming out with Mark Wahlberg and Bear Grylls. It's called Arthur the Great. It's about a dog. I mean, look, you can hear the dogs. I'm a huge dog fan. I was lit up going, it's finally going to come back. And what I was going to do is take those, edit it up into a really beautiful piece and put it on ABC. So all of you that want to see me back on TV, ABC and I have been working behind the scenes to do some stuff, mix in during Good Morning America, and then to maybe do a half-hour show on a Friday. How many of you would like that? At 4:30 in the morning, during the time I used to anchor at Channel 5, at 4:30 in the morning, you could tape it, or if you're up early, you could watch it live, get your inspiration there before you ever watch this show. Just exploding in all of the mediums that are out there. But because I am a woman of my word, I am not able to go. I said for the veterans, I'll be there for the shoot. I said to Sally and everybody else involved in the retreat, I'm going to be there for the retreat. You know how hard it is to think this is what you've been working on. Finally, they're coming back. You know how your mind will want to go, let's see, can I have them reschedule this? Can I cancel on this? No. And what came to me immediately was, no, you're not, Monica, because you promised someone you would be there for them. And that is what was taught to me by the woman you saw on with me yesterday, my beautiful mother. And she smiled and she said, yep, you don't do something else just because you might feel like it's a better offer. Think about that. That's the message I'm going to bring home today. You've got some friends that ask you to do something. You have one friend that asked you to be there for them, or a family member that asked you to be there for them. And all of a sudden over here, you've got this better offer that you feel, oh, that sounds like so much more fun. I want to go do that. I'm going to cancel on them. Well, guess what? That shows your character. That shows that you can't be counted on. They can't count on you. That's not going to happen. So all I have to believe is that God's making the way for something bigger and better. This one did sound pretty cool, though. We would have gotten up early on Saturday morning. We were going to go zip lining, kayaking. It's all these things that Bear Grylls does. Dual kayaking, learning how to make fire from scratch, s'mores, some kind of camo training and stuff. Super, super cool. And then take a ferry back, the final ferry late tomorrow night, Saturday night, and then fly back early on Sunday. And then I would have worked on putting it together because we would have interviewed Bear Grylls and we would have interviewed the author behind the movie. So just tell me that you'll watch the movie because that's my little help for them. Arthur the Great. Look up the trailer. It looks unbelievable. It's right up my alley from the love of dogs, the love of adventure. This was so my wheelhouse, but wasn't meant to be. So you got to keep the smile on your face and go, why did that happen? Why was that thrown out there? And I always believe it's because in life, we will always be tested, and it's all in what will you do, right? That's what I'm going to say. All right, a few more comments and we're going to wrap things up. Thank you for a great show today. Thank you again to Hannah for putting those clips together. I hope you've enjoyed them. Let's see. We've got congrats on a year. Cheryl, congratulations. You're amazing and an inspiration. Thank you. Did you find out where the balloons came from yesterday? No. I'm glad you all saw it, though. My mom and I thought it was just us. And what was mom's reaction? Oh, she loved it. She wanted to see it in person. I don't have it in my hands yet because, as you could tell, Rip is such a profound perfectionist. I think he wanted to do some. It would change, but it actually gets in my hands. He also wanted to make sure that everything was okay to hang it in the studio. So we've got some sound baffling that my husband built in the studio on one of the walls to help the sound in our studio. We're going to do it also on that side. So we're going to put a little sound baffling behind the portrait. Trust me, when it's hanging in the studio, I'll take a bunch of pictures and video to show that. I was blown away, and so was Mom. She's like, wow, how blessed you are to have someone portray you so beautifully. And she's like, he nailed the essence of your spirit. So yeah, she loved it. Richard, I can't help but notice notice how much more confident you are now compared to a year ago. Interesting. It seems to me you're more confident now. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. You all feel that? Richard, I love that. So profound. P.S. You are my first and only podcast. Richard says, me too. June, I love that Monica, my daughter, worked at a car dealership as a manager in the Warrenton area. And they stressed her out so much every day. So when she got pregnant, she was like, I don't know, 8 weeks. And her boss just let her have it one day. She looked away from him and she's like, I'm out of here. She walked out after the baby was born about 3 months later. Well, that's huge. A job fellow lab to work at home and making a lot more money than she made at the dealership. Right. Sometimes you just have to be willing to leap. Terry says, I would love to see an opportunity to be part of Wet Your Whistle, maybe with a group of clients can join you live. That would be so much fun. Absolutely. So when I go out to Defiance Ridge, why don't you all come? We are going to be back out there with him probably the second week of March. He's not going to be on with us next week. So Michelle's going to do it with me. Let's see. Jackson Charlotte, my one and only podcast. Jackson, I have not said hi to you before, I don't think. Where are you watching from? Well, thank you. Yeah, you know what? I hello to you. And I don't listen to podcasts either. It was never my thing, but I will grab some here and there. My friend Kasha has the Thrive podcast, so be sure to follow her. You're going to love that one. She is like one of my twins, so you would enjoy that as well. Marilyn, true that, Monica. I have always kept my promise to who was on my schedule first, and have held strong to that my entire life. That's why I missed your November event, dinner and a show with my chiropractic friend Kelly. I know, I love that about you. Everybody, such great messages. I hope you've enjoyed all those clips. And just again, as you're seeing on the bottom of the screen, please share and like and follow. Continue to do so. Keep spreading the word. Book us for businesses that you have. I mean, some of you might in your head think, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, I know this person. Hey, why don't you show this person a spotlight on that person? That's the most inexpensive level of something that we can do. And you've seen the ones that we've done. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. Randy's Rescue Ranch, we did. As I mentioned earlier, Casa Don Alfonso, Trattoria Marsala. We did that really cool thing on the vault. We've got the live vault show coming up, the before and after looks. That'll be at the Vault Luxury Resale in Brentwood. Some really amazing things that we've been able to do together, all because you decide to show up for us. Thank you so much. Some events that are coming up. Mark your calendar. I'd love to spend Mother's Day with you. So if you want, somebody asked earlier, a chance to spend time with my mom and I, well, here it is. On Mother's Day, I'm going to be at a market, the Artisans Market in O'Fallon, Missouri. This will be actually on Mother's Day. They're starting those in May, going through October. You'll get an opportunity. It's in the Stroco parking lot in O'Fallon, Missouri. 9 a.m. they start things. We'll be there, I think, from 10 a.m. until noon. So if you want to go to church and then come over and spend some time with us, have some great food, some music, some drinks, just an amazing time. The organic side of life, the organic feeling of life, food, etc. That'll be on Mother's Day. Or maybe you come to us first and then you go off to church, go off to brunch, whatever you want to do. But you want to spend time with my mom and I, we're going to be there on Mother's Day together. I would love for you to be a part of that. We'll talk more about that coming up. Let's see. She said, I will be there with you and your mom on Mother's Day. I love it. It's going to be fun. Michelle dropped the link for you. I will be there and I cannot wait to showcase this artisan market. But they wanted putting money in together, and that way we can showcase your entire area. We were talking about doing that in Cottleville, and it kind of fell through. I'd like to bring that back. Cottleville, Kirkwood, the Missouri side, the Illinois side, it doesn't matter. So let me know. Reach out to me. info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com, as you see there. If you'd like to become a sponsor, if you'd like to book us for Mobile Monica, a live show, a business spotlight, you want to have a particular guest on the show, reach out to me. Next Monday, it's the Medical Monday Ask the Doctor segment with Dr. Charles Willie. On Tuesday, I'm actually bringing a friend on I used to work with at Fox 2, Vic Faust. He was canceled. We're going to talk about why, what he went through, and his show, which is called Cancel This. He'll be live in studio in the blue chair, as I started last year. I just happened to say it one day and it became a thing, in the blue chair. So Vic Faust will be on with us on Tuesday. Other shows coming up, March 14th, again at the Vault, March 28th at Bike Stop Cafe. We have Ruby Lee coming to Defiance Ridge Vineyards performing. We will be bringing her on stage. That's the July 4th concert at Defiance Ridge. But before that, Ruby Lee will be April 20th at Rickman Auditorium. The Real Monica Adams team will be there before that and getting a chance to bring her on stage there. We're just kind of working together. I just believe in her. She was one of my favorite shows from last year as well. One of my favorite entertainers for sure. So it's been a big, big year. Again, to bring it home, thank you. And I do mean this, and I think you know by now. Everything I say is very real and authentic and from my heart and soul. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up, really showing up in life. Thank you for taking the courage to change your life. Thank you for taking the tools and the tips and the emotion that comes out of me. And I'm asking for you to own your life, put yourself first, know your value, and change your life. No longer go through and walk the path that you don't deserve it, because you do. You're such a beautiful human being. Understand that. I believe in you, but you've got to believe in yourself. All right, we're going to wrap things up for you and give you your final message of the day right after this. Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com. It's 8:11 and we are wrapping up. If you're just tuning in, be sure to go back. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary. Put a little sunshine behind me. You all, if you're living in darkness, I want you to understand where happiness comes from. And let me read this to you. Happiness now is happiness tomorrow. And that's from Ellie Shosha. Happiest people, think about this, do not have the best of everything, even though everybody believes they do. They just make the best out of everything that comes their way. That's from the power of positivity. And if you've been criticizing yourself for years, it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. I'm going to read that one more time because that's the message of the day. If you've been criticizing yourself for years and it's not working for you, because it's not, how's it serving you is what I always ask. Well, try approving of yourself and see what happens. That's the message and the power of positivity, which is what this show brings you on a daily basis. All right. So I was asked earlier, if you bought a jacket, could you be entered in for an opportunity to share a little time with me? Yes. Everybody who buys a jacket today. Is it today or through the whole weekend? How about I'll give you the whole weekend. Anybody, let's do that. If you buy a jacket anytime today through Sunday, I'm going to give you a one-on-one session with me. Okay. So if we have a bunch of jackets bought, we're going to have a bunch of one-on-one sessions that I'm going to have to find some time for, but I'm going to do it because you dedicated yourself to repping the brand. The jackets are on sale. If you see a size that's not available, just reach out to me. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change all the inventory because they are available. We're just not keeping a laundry list of inventory here, but I'm able to purchase those through my rep, which is with St. Louis Embroidery in Wentzville. So if you want an extra small to a 4X, I want to make sure that everyone feels that they are a part of this. No one's ever left out. If you want blue, you want pink, you want black, you want the MA Sport, blue or black, you want to buy some shirts. That's not going to be entered into the one-on-one thing, but there are t-shirts and there are journals and there are coffee mugs. All of that on our website, TheRealMonicaAdams.com, and just click on shop. But again, from today through Sunday, if you purchase a jacket, that's the thing we're going to put out there for you. You purchase a jacket, you get a little one-on-one time with Monica. That's a hell of a deal, by the way, of life coaching, which is one of the things that I absolutely love to do. All right. I don't know what your plans are for the weekend, but whatever they are, I hope you have a beautiful one. Go out and enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the retreat, and I'll give you a wrap up of what that retreat meant for me and meant to everybody else when I come back with you on Monday. Enjoy it. Get out, attack, believe in yourself. Enjoy this weekend. Share your time with friends and family. And I did see the comment from Michelle. Thank you, by the way. She said it's been an honor, and she's absolutely loved being a part of this journey. F&A is something we've been saying to each other for a long, long time, forever and always. I will love you. You did not miss Timmy Zell, Kathy. He had to keep getting redirected and rescheduled because, well, that's the life of a person in TV, that they get pulled in so many different directions. So no, we hope to have him on very soon. Pamela, it's been a wonderful year. Thank you. Tim will be on eventually. Yes. And then Kathy, thanks. I was hoping I didn't miss seeing Monica and Tim together. You didn't. Yep. Everybody, love you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Happy 1 year to each and every one of us. We're on this journey together, and it is not slowing down anytime soon. Remember, go out and be kind to every person you meet today. God bless you. I'll see you on Monday.